mentioning Ridgewood and Port, and then we had North Bay just creeping up and just snatching it, just strike when they needed to strike, and they secured that first place spot in the B final. Amazing job to that North Bay crew. Next up, it looks like we're going to have the men's U17 Cox 4 in lane 1, St. Louis. Lane 2, Annapolis Junior. Lane 3, Newport. Lane 4, Pacific. Lane 5, Lakeside. Lane 6, Orlando City. Lane 7, DC National. And lane 8, OKC RIversport.
And as these boats get bigger, they get a little bit faster. That's going to be fun to watch. And right now, from that overhead shot, it looks like DC National has decided to go for it right out of the gate. And they've got maybe a half a boat lead on Annapolis Juniors and St. Louis, who are pretty much side by side from this vantage point. Again, our angle is not great, but close enough to call that at this point. And then in lane 5, Lakeside is doing a good job.
So it looks like right now we're going to have this DC National boat leading the pack here, but then we have a fight for that second place spot. It looks like it's going to be OKC RIversport as well as St. Louis and Annapolis Juniors on that opposite side.
Yep. And then we've got a pack behind them that will be able to work off of each other to bring out their best as well. So that skirmish going on between St. Louis and Annapolis is going to be interesting to see how they can keep each other going, try to get a little bit faster off each other, and how that influences them in racing to catch DC National.
And again, DC National with a nice shot as they're crossing into the third 500 meters of the race here. They are swinging well, swinging together one stroke, and they are leading the rest of this pack here with ease.
And we haven't been able to see, but OKC RIversport is right there. They're in lane 8, and we haven't had that camera angle. So up in lane 8, OKC RIversport is right there behind DC National. DC National probably has some open water, but I bet OKC RIversport now, with Annapolis Juniors and St. Louis, those are the 3 boats vying for that second place spot, and you can see that now. Not out of it yet by any means is Pacific in lane 4. They're about a half a length down, maybe a little bit more than that, from DC National, or excuse me, from Orlando. So they're pushing to be in this pack as well, in that second pack as well.
What a nice shot. I love the aerial shots, the close-up aerial shots of the boats here.
We've got beautiful water today. These athletes must be just psyched.
And we are fast approaching the last 500 meters of the race here. And again, I would say that DC National is probably leading this pack here. Once we get a better angle, we'll be able to confirm that's what is happening at this point. There we go.
There we go. So DC National holding on to that bow to stern lead over OKC RIversport. This just shows orders change.
And you're right, BB. I'm seeing some momentum come out of that OKC RIversport right now. I mean, they are just moving. Looks like we may have a slight response by DC National. But again, I'm pretty excited to see the way the sprint is going to go, because I think OKC RIversport might have a little trick up their sleeve and they're waiting just to execute. They're waiting on the right time to snatch that first place spot away from DC National.
They are moving. They are moving a little bit with every stroke. And then looking across the course, it looks like Annapolis Juniors have separated themselves a little bit maybe from St. Louis for that
third
place spot.
Look at that. You see that? You see that, B? Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is a Great shot of OKC RIversport just chipping away. And as we were talking about, it looks like OKC RIversport may have the momentum on their side as they walk through DC National into the last 200 meters of the race.
They're both at the same stroke rate. It's going to be a matter of who's the most efficient and who's the strongest, or who goes up. We'll see.
And we see that OKC RIversport peeking over. It looks like they're going to try, but it looks like DC National is going to try to respond. This is going to be a barn burner all the way to the end here. Who is it going to be? DC National, OKC RIversport. OKC RIversport is trying to get that bow ball. They have that bow ball in front, and OKC RIversport gets the bow ball in front to take it away from DC National to be the 9th fastest men's U17 4 in the nation.
Then we've got Orlando City, followed closely by Lakeside. Newport. Check that. Annapolis Juniors. Too close to call. We'll have to wait.
Wow, what a move by OKC RIversport. We knew they had a little bit more juice left in the tank, and it was only a matter of time before they executed, and they struck just at the right time.
Absolutely. And DC National, they went up first. They took that sprint first, and they took some water back. But OKC RIversport was able to just bring it up a little bit themselves, stay steady,